hello world. Now, then again, it's really not too much, man. I just would like to address the theory. Oh, and naming hurricanes. It's another thing too, man. I didn't think we had to name stuff like that, man. But as far as the categories are concerned, let's get back to more of that original part of that. Like a category 4 or 5. It could go higher if you like, but it's up to you. Hurricane headed that way. Trump 8,000, what do you call it, 800,000 charges, and then the case hearing in 4 months while he's free on what? I mean, you said he bailed, but with the amount of charges, did it all come up to one bail amount? Nah, that's questionable. I mean, it's a lot of questionable things out there, but as far as who's going to ask them, I'm pretty sure people are afraid because, you know, he had an incident where one specifically that had a dream and that off this on switch. I mean, that's if they wanted to call him a leader, man. I'm the Democratic president. And for any matter to address it as anything other than that, then I'm up for, what do you call it, debate. Burning Man in 2023, aftermath. I mean, it's periodically disturbing, man, that a man could be burning in 2023. I mean, not like that, but, you know, literally someone burning a man. Oh, man, these stories, these agitations within, like I said, your theory. That's what I'm trying to get down to, your theory. It's, like I said, it's specific points that I choose not to complete because it's not a complete research and development program yet. I'm still researching it. A Turkish team raced to rescue sick Americans in deep cave. I mean, like I said, these stories, these theories had any weight behind them that wasn't subliminally shot at a specific quote unquote, they call it a group, but I'm looking at it from the independence of freedom. You have individuality, but that's being obstructed by what you would call, like I said, your theory. You're entitled to it, but just don't instruct and then, what you call it, destruct. it's, it's almost, what you call it, the word for it, pointless. Salute to the 10 now, man. We can verbally connect and, you know, like I said, manage, like I said, these upgradable activities, man. And reach out to millions of people via video. Make it useful. I mean, you're doing that anyway, but you know, group this and group that. But I'm looking at it and saying to myself, in order to become a group, it has to be individual first. More on this eastern coast of states. Wow, like I said, the debt of the majority, like I said, it depends on how big your state is, how big your taxes gonna be. But then I said to myself, you're taxing the smaller states way more than you charging the bigger states. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. Is that a sublime shot? Because like I said, if you're in an area where they tax less, but you're in a bigger state, does that actually really add up to a win? That's what I'm trying to get you to do, but you know, you want to go the Democratic route. But then I see little things and glimpses of things, and I say to myself, you really don't want that. Because then I would, like I said, end student loans, create a universal health care plan for the world, and gradually implement it across the world. Like I said, I don't have any beefs with these countries. It's their leadership that I question. If that's what they want. Like I said, they want to call it that, that's their theory. And I'm looking at what I seem to see as the leader. That's the Democratic Party for 24. As Russia declares U.S. plan to send Ukraine deplete uranium. I don't want to harm the citizens of these countries because of their poor leadership, man. It just wouldn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you can change that part, then you may be able to change the war. But you haven't done any of that. Within the past, I believe 2 years, you got 3 years of ongoing COVID, and it seems to be 2.5 years of ongoing war. And I'm trying to figure out, why would a war be in the middle of a pandemic? More rounds and more, and the student loan situation. Like I said, man, the economy is growing, and it's growing in between war. There's a lot to think about. All I'm trying to tell you is, you shouldn't have to. You should be able to live your life before all of the misconfusion that is. As Biden canceled last oil and gas lease in Alaska. This is what I'm trying to say. Is that you have overdrafted yourself in what you thought was new money. But in all reality, it's the same money. It's just you making it look like it's new. And I'm telling you, in a slippery slope, because then, like I said, you can lose a treaty, a group. And if you choose to lose Alaska, then so be it. It's pretty much a gold mine the way I see it. And it's not a gold mine based off oil either. So go ahead, and like I said, man, you've been doing a lot of going aheads and doing things, and I say to myself, someone doesn't want a slow pace. They want to win the race. I don't mean as far as the finish line. I mean as far as the superiority complex that I'm absorbing inside of these theories that you push out. Like I said, the burning of a man, and you want to cut Alaska off from oil, and an oil deal. I'm like, that's not their hot commodity. It's something else. But we don't want to get all into those details at the moment. We'd rather, like I said, patience. And that's another thing too, is this COVID spike. I think you need to get back to this safety procedures and masks and all that. But you're not interested in none of that stuff, man. You probably never was. You thought it was just your one trick pony, man. And when I said it was, what did I say? A sustainer. You still don't believe me, so man, that's not up to me to get you to do that. That's part of your theory, your theologies, and all of that. It's up to you. And I can only inform you as the Democratic president, nothing more. That's if you want it, and you have to tune in for that. That's another thing too. As far as investigations go, like I said, the theology of it, which is you got all of this so-called documents, but for the average person to have it, or anyone for that matter, and how they get to them, that's a whole nother story too. It's a whole that going for days and months and hours, periodically. But I'd rather not because it's just not worth it. And with that being said, peace.